Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Here in Amsterdam, it's raining super hard, which is crazy because it's summer and it has been raining for 2 weeks. But apart from that, it's fine. I hope you're doing fine as well. And in this video, we'll take a look at Bitcoin. Now, overall, it's a typical weekend. Barely any movement, at least for Bitcoin. I mean, in the markets, we have seen some movement, but in terms of Bitcoin, I mean, basically. Since the start of the weekend, we've just been consolidating in this very, very small range between 29,050 and 29,000. That's a very small range. Like the last time I saw that is quite a long time ago. Like one of the times we actually saw that was right here, which isn't that good because after that we actually dropped down massively, and the price action actually does look quite similar. But yeah, all right, we'll just do an update on Bitcoin in this video. There's not that much to talk about, but I did say yesterday that I would talk a little bit more about the news this week, all right? Because we have some more news. We have the inflation rate and the CPI on Thursday. That's going to make the market move, and not necessarily only after the event. It could also make the market move a little bit before that. So we'll talk about that. In general, I'll just try to prepare you as well as possible for what's about to come next week in my eyes. So that's what we'll do. Now, before we dive into that, I do want to mention as well that I have my own premium trading group. If you're interested in that, if you want to become a better and more profitable trader, check it out via cilinix.com or the links down in the pinned comment or the description. It's still early for me. And there you also, like on the website, you can also see what you'll get. So my trade setups and way more. If you're interested in that, check that out. But for now, on to Bitcoin. So like I said, purely technically, the situation is still that we're consolidating on top of like 29,000 or 28,950. And overall, we are bearish. Ever since the 14th of July, I would argue we have actually entered some sort of a bearish market structure. Now, Monday and kind of that transition from Sunday to Monday is usually quite volatile, and we can actually get moves in the opposite direction then as well. So I do want to, like for example, right here we already did have some bearish confirmation, but the Monday or the Sunday evening at least was actually quite bullish. And if we take a look at the last Sunday, we also saw in the evening some bullish momentum. So overall, I expect volatility, but I don't expect trend reversal. I think the trend has been set for August, and I think that's bearish. Now, obviously things can happen, and I could be wrong for sure, but for now, I think the most likely scenario is that we'll get some volatility, for example, up to 29,300 and 29,400. But I don't see us breaking above that, and I think overall we will stay in this consolidation, and the most likely scenario from that consolidation is continuation of the trend. And the trend is down, so at some point of time, and I think next week is actually a pretty decent week before that, because I also like to make a little bridge to the news. The inflation rate and the CPI is expected next week. It's expected that it will go up, which, all right, doesn't really matter that much. I don't think that will have an effect. But the last time around, we actually had a week in which we had inflation rates. We actually dumped before that, all right? So not saying that that's going to happen, but I am saying that last time around it did happen. So overall, when we're looking at the trend, when we're looking at the strength / weakness that Bitcoin is showing right now, and if we take a look at next week in terms of news and what we usually do then, I'd say the most likely scenario is, like I said, some bullish volatility and then followed by rejection and bearish confirmation and continuation. That's what I expect for now. I mean, I'm open for other scenarios as well. Of course, I always keep my eyes open, and I always keep my mind open to other scenarios. But for now, there's no reason to argue something other than this. All right, so that's what I expect. I expect 28,400 to hold, at least initially. But for now, that's my take on Bitcoin. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and bye.